Russell, and I'm the Project Director and Curator of Brooklyn Utopias. Each year, Brooklyn Utopias invites contemporary artists to consider a different critical topic facing today's cities, from gentrification to urban farming to public park design, through looking in depth at Brooklyn as a case study. In fall 2013, we're planning an exhibition that asks the questions: what would an ideal urban transportation system look like? How do we feel about the system we have now? Who gets to make the decisions about our transit system? And what role can artists play?
It's really interesting to invite artists to think about changes in the city and planning, because often artists aren't restricted to the kind of rules that urban planners are, so sometimes unexpected things come out of an art practice. My work at the moment is really focused on a whole nother century of transportation and the kind of connection between Brooklyn and New York in general and trade between the Caribbean and Europe. So I've been working on a series of banners that sort of represent these trade routes and the players involved in the trade routes.
One of the things that Transportation Alternatives is really looking at this year is how to make the city more resilient and give New Yorkers more transportation choices. And that was really brought to bear after Hurricane Sandy, when the subway system really ground to a halt. Fortunately, we had buses and bikes and of course our feet to help us get around the city and keep things moving. And that's a really interesting angle that is being explored in Brooklyn Utopias.
With this series of drawings, I am focusing on the Gowanus Canal in particular, and trying to imagine what would be if the canal could be navigable again and used as a means of transportation, also as a response to current climate change and the rise in sea level.
Other projects in the show include proposals for utopian vehicles by Rebecca Hackeman and Marco Antonio Castro. Jason Verone will present a site-specific installation with scrolling news headlines related to the Kiel Plan, a proposal for New York City that would make mass transit free and charge more for cars. Dara Alter's paintings explore commuting to and from Brooklyn and our GPS mapping-obsessed culture. And Nicole Schulman will reinterpret the New York City subway map using medieval-inspired symbols to show neighborhoods lacking good public transit access. Interactive projects inside and outside the house address issues like reducing traffic congestion and repurposing streetscape elements. We are also excited to announce a new partnership with the New York City Department of Transportation's Urban Art Program, installing this public sculpture by artist Emily Weisskopf on the 4th Avenue median across the street from the Old Stone House. The sculpture will be on view by mid-October.
So over the last few years, our partnership with Brooklyn Utopias has given us an opportunity to explore relevant issues and contemporary issues in our community. And transportation, obviously this year, has been a major focus in terms of the bike share program, 4th Avenue traffic calming, and just this idea that we're trying to create a more sustainable society.
It's a really exciting project because being able to work with artists and unpack complex transportation issues and public space issues and make them more accessible for Brooklynites is a really important way of stirring up conversation about how we can improve our city.
We've already raised about half the amount to cover the costs of the show through a generous grant from the Brooklyn Arts Council. We now need your help to match this amount so that we can cover all costs for the show, including the production of new artwork and several events that will allow us to imagine and create a better transportation system. Thank you, and I'll see you this fall.